Okay, howdy everyone. Yeah, so a lot has changed. There's been several updates since the last time. I don't even remember what I was talking about last time. But yeah, a lot has changed. As you can tell, there are ships now. They're just small sloops, but there are actual ships, and even the raft now actually like floats a little bit better. It doesn't sink and cause as many issues as it did before. There's a notification down the bottom there that says press E to change sails, so you can you know what you're doing. Same for the helm, and turning is now done more based on like the rotation of a helm rather than just so like I can leave this alone now and it'll still move and we're still turning. So yippers. So that's pretty much that. Let's see if I can get this thing kind of back inland. Actually, I don't really need it, so we're just gonna park it out here. That's fine. Just be a stumbling block for me later. So let's see what else. I guess I'll show you. I'll show you the ship. I have to do. Oh, there's a shark over there. I don't know. Yeah, I think I showed you guys sharks. Maybe not. But here's a shark. If you get too close to them, you start hearing that heartbeat sound, and they come after you, and they can hurt you. Yep, like that. So we're gonna go on the ship. Actually, no, we're not. I'm gonna try to get rid of him and then get on the ship. Otherwise, you have to follow the ship around. Like, it's really annoying. I have to get that figured out and get him to stop following the ship. So here's the ship. You got two cannons. You got the windlass here for the anchor. However, I don't have it set up yet, so it doesn't actually release an anchor, which is kind of a bummer. Little cargo grate here for downstairs. Got this little area. I don't know. I might put in like a table and some maps or something. I don't know. And then this is the lower deck, and you have your chest here that has some cannonballs. So we're going to take all those right now. And then you have a water barrel. So if you look at my thirst meter up the top there, if I drink out of the water barrel, my thirst is better. Yay! You can also equip a flask, and then you can right click, left click with the flask, and it'll fill the flask for you as well. So to sail, you go over here to change the sails, and they can come down. You can rotate the sails to catch the wind better. It just it takes forever, as you can tell. Oh, we're heading into land. That's bad. That was not what I wanted to do. Oh boy. I think crisis averted. There are some really funny things that can happen with the ship when it hits land or other objects, and I'll show you that later just for fun. But I didn't really want to do that so soon. So yeah, we'll see. Water in the high seas, I do need to change a few of its resistances, because water does go up over the deck, which is absolutely fine, but probably not as much as it is currently. So I'll have to work on that. Oh, I did add in weather effects, so like rain, and there is a storm option for like thunder and lightning and all that kind of stuff, so it's kind of cool. So we're in the cannon right now. I'm reloading, or loading, I should say. And fire! Reloading it again. Okay, and now the ship is sinking. So yeah, I just have it set for 2 hits. It's pretty basic. But we need to turn this thing around or else I'm going to go off the edge of the map. Yeah. This turning radius is not the greatest. Oh, but I think we made it. You can see the edge right there. So the rain, while this is turning around, you know, so the rain goes down through this little grate here into that water bucket, and you can actually see, depending on the angle and whatnot, you can see that there's water actually in there. It's really hard to tell right now. You barely can see it because there's no light down there really for the water barrel. So yeah, it's hard to tell. Plus, we're bobbing in and out of the water, which also does some other things with lighting. It's just super annoying. Let's actually see if we can turn this ship around without hitting anything. I feel like it's getting way too close. I don't like it. So, in games like, for instance, like Sea of Thieves, you know, you slow down and you can just turn a lot easier, a lot quicker. In this game, your turn rate does depend on your actual speed. So, in some ways, it's a bit more realistic because, like, you know, turning a ship with, you know, your helm here without forward motion is not something that really happens. You know, you have to kind of be moving forward for it to actually matter. So, unfortunately, I am running into like an issue here where, because of that, it's just not turning fast enough in certain situations. There are ways that I could probably turn it by like using the anchor later on or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, for now, yeah, we'll see. Okay, we're just gonna park this boat. We're just gonna park it right here. That'll be fine. And yeah, let's recenter the helm here. There's two gold notches there on the helm, kind of indicate the center point. So I do have some more quest options here. Before I get into this, I do apologize for any of the voicing and accents. I did not mean to offend anybody, apparently except for myself. So here we go. Hey, yo, you want to make a little extra coin? How about you go find Cooper Dixon? He's usually around the Raven's Roost. Tell him that I'm looking for him and that he owes me money. Okay, so now we're looking for Cooper Dixon, which is usually walking around here somewhere. Sometimes he goes for a swim. Oh, there's fish now too, so as you can see, there's like a little barracuda right there. Where is Cooper Dixon? Oh, he's on like the other side of the island. Just kind of like walked away. Oop, banana. Alright, so here's Cooper Dixon. Hey, Cooper Dixon. Edward says he's looking for you. Says you owe him some money. Yes, I haven't forgotten about our deal. I'll go speak to Edward later today. I am so sorry for the, whatever voice that was. Anyways, so you do that quest, you get 20 coins, like, you know, copper coins. Okay, no big deal. Oh, one thing that is kind of cool, Let me see if I can do it. So, yeah, there's like a whole questing system. Oh, excellent. Wait, no, this is... Yes, I can pick that up. Okay. So there's a whole questing system based on like a database. So, yeah, there's all sorts of different types of quests. There's fetch quests and there's storyline quests. There's ones where you have to do so many conversations with other people and whatnot for like investigation type things. There's other ones where you're gonna have to actually investigate like certain areas and whatnot. So I just haven't fleshed out all of that stuff yet and doing voices and everything like what. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to like really brush up on my voice acting or like hire some real voice actors. I don't know. We'll see. I do have some connections, some people that I can talk to, so that is a possibility. But yeah, it's that is not an easy job. Just putting that out there. Doing voices and whatnot, like that is not easy. Okay. Let me see. I do have the obsidian axe. So I have a new method for crafting that I'm trying out. Let's see here. Let's get some rope. Now I can craft it. So you have two options. You have quick craft, which is like the old crafting style where you just like craft something and you have it in your inventory. And then we have this new type, crafting, where you actually get the raw material and then you craft it out yourself. So like if you go to shallow,
too deep. Damn.
Sorry, too deep. And then if you go to shallow,
need a harder blow than that.
So there's like different voices for good or bad, and it's trying to like instruct you to get you to hit it like just right. That's for this one. There's going to be like a whole slew of other ones. But basically, the main character's voice is going to be my voice because there's just going to be so many, voice options for these kinds of things because it's all like customized. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I probably will have to change it, or actually, I think I did try to do like a slight British accent. I think I'm gonna have to work on my British accent. Like actually take some like vocal coaching classes or something like that, or accent coaching classes, because I need like decent English, Spanish, and possibly like French accents. And some of those I'm going to want to do myself, but some of them I'm probably going to need like native speakers or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of work to be done, but there's also like a lot of time for this work to be done. Like it's not something that's just going to happen like overnight. So we'll see. I'm looking at a bunch of different options. Anyways, so I'm moving my mouse right now, and up and down controls where the stone is forward and back. Excuse me. And then side to side rotates it up and down. And so you're trying to find some place that's kind of like in the middle.
Too deep. Damn.
Too deep. So
shouldn't have struck there.
Nope, that didn't work.
No flake there.
Ah, dang it. So,
blast it.
Oh.
Gone to waste.
I just broke it. Well, luckily, I don't actually have it, so it uses the materials. So I can do this as many times as I want. So bear with me while I fail at my own mini game.
Buried the edge.
Come on.
Too deep. Damn. Too hard a hit. Buried the edge.
Oh, I do have the numbers up top, so I can probably go off of that.
Damn it. Cracked the core.
Yep. Just need to remember what those numbers mean. So, clearly this is a bit harder than I remember.
No flake there. Buried the edge.
I know, it needs to be out.
It'll hold the
There
point.
we go. So there's that.
It'll hold a point. Need a harder blow than that. Ah, she'll bite now. Close enough for a fight. Need a harder blow than that. Clean as glass.
Okay, so once you do actually make the axe, and like those final strikes, like where it's just kind of like flipping it around and whatnot, it does vary where that window of opportunity is. So you can't just like let it go flat and not rotate it and move it at all, and just like hit it and strike it and you're gonna get like perfect strikes or anything. No, it does. You do need to like move it around a little bit, and it did seem to be catching on there a little bit. So I'm gonna have to check on that and see why it wasn't rotating for me at some points. But this new axe, depending on how well you do, depends on how good of an item it is. Oh, sorry, I just realized I was touching the microphone. I probably just like destroyed somebody's ears. I apologize. So with this axe, it's level 1, its attack is 25, and its HP is 130. So the HP is basically its durability, and over time, as you use it, it's going to go down until it just breaks, or you repair it. With the attack, it's obviously the attack strength and how much damage it does to objects, and the level is a multiplier for its attack strength and its value and stuff like that. So if we equip this, as you can see, it's in my hands now, and you can see like it does like reflect like obsidian glass a little bit, and it's it does decently well for an axe. Let's see. Let's quick craft one of these. Let's see how that compares. So yeah, this is attack of 20. So yeah, so that goes like 5 to 8, and then the obsidian one is like 6 to 10, or that was 12, so like 6 to 12. So I mean that just kind of gives you an idea roughly of the difference in abilities for it, and it gives you a much wider range when you're crafting, like you're self-crafting things. So like if you get really good at crafting, like I am not, there are times like you can make it like perfect. You make it perfect, you can get up to like a level 3, and I think it's like 30 for its attack and like 150 or higher even for its durability. So like yeah, you can make a very good axe. And this is just like one portion of this this type of crafting. So I'm going to carry this through with like, you know, smithing and weaving and you know, tanning and like all this kind of stuff. Trying to capture an aspect of learning while also keeping it like fun, but not so it's like demanding. So, you know, if you go in here and you don't really have the time or don't really want to do that kind of extra crafting thing, then you get just like the base level. So yeah, like you still have to use the resources or whatever, and you get the base level item, like fine. That's not you know, a big deal or anything. But then if you want something that has, you know, more options, or not necessarily more options, but is a better item potentially, then you can go with the more advanced crafting option. Let's see, all of these build items you guys have pretty much seen before. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's see here. And you guys already saw like the cannons and all of that. Pretty much I think the only thing you guys might not have seen is actually the Starscape. I have a new Starscape up, and I still need to do some tweaks on it. And right now you can see all the stars, which is like, you never really see all the stars. But this star map is actually from, I think, Stellarium, which is an app that allows you to go back in time and actually see what the stars, like the night would look like from a specific location on Earth on a specific date. So I actually pulled from, I think it was Cuba or Bahamas, from 1640 in like Maine or something like that. And so that's the star map that I'm actually using right now. So it just throws a bit more like authenticity and accuracy into it. I do need to have it rotating the right direction, and I do need to have it like positioned properly, because right now it's off and it's rotating as if I'm like on one of the poles. You can't win them all. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like change that, but for the most part, it's working out pretty well. Yeah, you can climb up here into the crow's nest. Yeah, there we go. The collision meshes actually agree with me. See what's going on. Unfortunately, right now, you can't climb onto the boat or climb up here. You can't use ladders when it's moving. It just like pushes you off. So I do need to rework that aspect of it as well. There's a few other things that I think I've done that are just like, cleanup here and there for things. But yeah, for the most part, I think it's coming along pretty well. And yeah, I can't wait to finish up the mechanics side of stuff and start building out islands. That's going to be a lot of fun. But I got a long ways to go before I'm really going to be doing that. There's still, unfortunately, a lot of mechanics that need to be done and dealt with. And I do like this little test island for that. It makes it really quick for development. But yeah, I am getting a little antsy about actually making some islands and building actual buildings. I mean, other than, the small little, pub or whatever that I have built over there, which actually, I think that was in my last video, but we can go check it out anyways. So yeah, my plan for, I can show you there's the water barrel because the sun's still out. So my plan for buildings and whatnot. Okay, well, here. Oh, it didn't rain because I just restarted again. Okay, well, we'll wait for it to rain and then I'll show you. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So as it rains, it fills up. We'll just stay here and watch while it fills up. And I'll tell you about building. So in building, I'm going to be building a mod in Blender, which is the software I use to make 3D models. That will allow me to create a series of houses and whatnot, like really fast. So yeah, I'm going to be building out like full villages, full cities, castle ramparts and towers and all that kind of stuff. And most of it will be like reusable in other towns and everything, but still it's going to be a lot of work, but at the same time it's going to be that was really loud. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it's also going to be like really fascinating, and I'm going to really enjoy that, so that's good. I should have actually looked up. Sorry, it did change the water level. I don't know if it changed while you guys are watching or not, but it just kind of goes up like one or two more clicks, and then as you drink it goes down. So there, just to show you that.
Oh, hey, yeah, you want to make a little extra coin?
And this guy's talking.
How about
again.
you go find Cooper Dixon? He's usually around the Raven's Roost. Tell him that I'm looking for him and that he owes me money.
Yeah. So that happened because like we're doing that same quest again because I don't have the save functions working properly. So unfortunately, I kind of want to see some lightning though. Lightning is actually really cool at night. Yeah, like the sky kind of like lights up and whatnot. But whatever. So here's the little pub, the Raven's Roost. You have Obakalu over here, who's the proprietor of this establishment. And you can talk to him, and he'll give you, a quest to go and, chase down a treasure chest and sunken ship, which I'm pretty sure I did show you guys, previously. So yeah, this is that. It hasn't really changed much. I think that's pretty much it. There's not really. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what's been happening here. I've been making boats and sailing and whatnot. Bye. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the buried treasure thing was also my last one. So yeah, maybe I should have done my homework and actually like checked what I did last. I used to keep a list, but that just doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, building, we've already covered all of that kind of stuff. And that hasn't changed a whole lot. I am going to be adding, because all of this whole building here was built with build meshes involved. So like this kind of wall, that's going to be like a new build mesh that you can use. And these glass windows versus like the log ones. And those right now I don't have it so you can open those up, but eventually you will. Same with this door. This door is going to be part of the build mesh stuff, and possibly even the sign. And you might be able to actually type in what you want for the name of your establishment or whatever, and it'll right there. I'm not sure about that, how I'm going to go about that exactly, but that is definitely a possibility in the future as well. So yeah, here's my my dev vlog. Oh, and all this furniture and everything too. Like right now, I don't have it so you can build any of this stuff, but eventually I will. Kind of the idea, the main story, I guess, behind this is that you're like a marooned pirate, and then you come back to society, and after being marooned, you have to build a raft and basically escape. And then you come back and you're trying to, get revenge on the pirates that, stranded you, kind of a thing. And you go through like a whole bunch of stuff trying to chase them down. But in that process, you hire on a crew, you get a ship, a sloop, or, maybe even something bigger. And you're going to need capital. You're going to need money in order to actually, pay people for information or bribe people or like whatever. There's going to be circumstances where you're going to need liquid assets. So questing is going to be a big part of this game, but also you're going to want to sell goods, because like you're going to be like when we sunk that ship over there, you'll be able to capture goods from sunken vessels or from ships that you just take over. And so you're going to want to build yourself a place like the Raven's Roost where you can sell goods. And so basically you will hire an NPC like Obaklu here to basically run your pirate store. And you'll come here, you'll deposit goods, and he'll sell them for you. And so, yeah, I mean, you could go to like the regular markets and individually, sell them if you wish. But you're going to get way lower prices than if you build your own establishment and sell that way. So there's kind of like a whole economic piece to this as well. Yeah, I mean, there's other things, but I think that's pretty good coverage for right now. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.